rats like I want them.
6 cents abstract.
I'm not the rapper gon' want them. Carrots on one of my opponents. Clarity beats I see water.
What's up, you guys? Today we are trying out a brand new special bait. It's already out of the package. It's already tied up. But it's a 6 cents abstract. I'll show you guys in a second more of what it looks like. But we're out at my grandparents' pond that's drying up and it's bad. So we're gonna try and teach you a little bit of how to work the Coike in ponds, because I found out a good little pattern that works for it. And we're also going to be trying out a new rod I got, which is this Abu Garcia. I pulled it up off the bottom of Lake Kiwi. So, and there she is. There's the abstract. First look at her. She looks good. Let's see if we can't figure out how to catch some fish on it. All right, so I just want to stop for a second and show you guys what is so special about this abstract, why I'm actually really excited about throwing this bait. So you guys have seen the regular urchins, you know, the big circles and the little tentacles that come off. But this bait's just a little bit different, and I'm gonna show you guys a couple things that are just different about this bait. You can tell right off the bat there's something different here, and the fact that they've got a bunch of tentacles over here on the side that shoot out in straight line, which, like, you can tell on these ones, they're just going everywhere. They don't really have a pattern. These ones, you can tell there's a couple of them that shoot straight out to the side. Another thing is tentacles. You can see the top of them is a little bit different shape to these, where these are just points. These ones are a little bit flat and then have a little point on them. And then also the overall body shape of this. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to tell, but it's more of a barrel shape. Whereas these ones are literally just, they're balls, big chunks of plastic, this is as well, but it's a barrel shape. And I think this is why I really like this bait, because with the regular Coike, when you're popping it, doing your regular Coike motion, it is just pushing water. It's not really like moving much more than that. Obviously the tentacles move, but like it's just pushing water. This bait, whenever you pop it in the water, it will shoot off to the left or right. So you're pulling it and it's shooting off to the left or right, and then these tentacles, I feel like they just push more water. Like, I don't know what it is. It just seems like it has more drag, and it's like you're really getting a reaction bite out of them. And you can see here, like, that barrel shape. So it's just moving, and then it's sloped, so it'll push it off to either side. And then the color of this one, obviously there's darker colors, but this is the color I got. I want to talk about it for a second because I feel like this is a good muddy water color. They have a semi-similar color to this one, and I know they have green pumpkin, and I know they have other colors. I'm not sure exactly what. I gotta look again, but I think this color is a great muddy water color. I actually went to Lake Cooley and Lake Lyman, yesterday, and Lake Cooley, we went up towards where the mouth of the river comes in, and there was a good bit of muddy water because it had just rained the day before, and this bait was what killed them up there. We lost like a 4.5, 5 pounder. Oh, my light just died. Sorry about that. We lost like a 4.5, 5 pounder and jumped it off, but we also caught a couple of 2 pounders, and they would bite this and they wouldn't bite what we were throwing before, which was chartreuse flukes and all that. I guess they just couldn't see it. This one just it pushes so much water, displaces so much water, and then also, like, the color is just darker so you can see it. But that's just a little something about this bait. All right, so I just cast it out there. We're gonna let it sit, sink down for just a second. Basically, all you're doing with Coikes is you're popping them, not like yanking it, just subtle little pops. I switch it up from going to the side and going up and down, but just subtle little pops that are gonna get, oh my gosh, if that's a bass, that's a giant. That was a big one. But as you guys have seen in this pond before, I'll roll the clip. Oh my gosh, that's a big one. That's another 5. That might be a 6. Oh my gosh. You guys, That is a giant. Holy smokes. 512. 512. We've caught some big ones on the Coike, so we're gonna try and repeat that again today. The pond is super shallow, so we're casting out in this deeper water. There's ledges that goes along here, and we're just working it along that ledge, hoping to get one or two. First fish on the abstract. There it is. Not a big one. 6 cents abstract down the throat. I left my pliers up there. It should be alright. There we go. 6 cents abstract. Thanks for fighting, buddy. Some things you want to look for. Structure right here. Ton of bluegill beds. I don't know how well you guys can see them, but there's a big field of bluegill beds. There's all this grass around it. We're going to be casting on the outside of this grass. Trying to get as close as we can, but you got to remember there's treble hooks on this bait. It's gonna get hung up a little bit easy, so you have to be careful. I don't know why, but bluegill beds are one of the things that I found work. Like the Coike works the best around it. I'm not sure why, but it's just something that if you cast on the outside of them and there's a big one there, it's gonna at least follow it all the way in. That's where I caught the last 5 3/4 in this pond, and then I also caught a almost 3-pounder on a Coike in a different pond. Both of them were around bluegill beds. God, oh, it came off. Freaking smacked it, dude. Oh my gosh. They're sitting over there. Another decent technique that I really like is just quick reels. Just a quick little snap. Get that bait to jerk forward. It's not as aggressive as like fully pulling the whole rod tip up. It's just something subtle, especially if you have one trailing it. If you can just give it a couple twitches, maybe add a pop in there, a little extra something. It's just basically trying to get them to react to the bait. And this bait has got a lot of movement. It's going to react pretty easily. GoPro, start recording. Yeah, dang. And let me tell you, they are gonna swallow it every time. It's unbelievable to me. Why is this little guy swallowing that entire bait? So you definitely want to have a pair of pliers with you. Boom. There we go. All right, let's talk about rod and reel for a second. So this rod and reel, obviously, I didn't go buy this rod and reel. I just got really lucky and I caught this thing while fishing, which was unbelievable. But this rod and reel is, the reel is a 7 1-to-1. So it's a good speed reel, something where, you know, just like you'd want with a jerkbait reel, when you're popping it, you need to be able to get in that slack quick enough so you can feel a bite if they hit on the paws. That's what this reel does for me. It's fast enough, but it's also not super fast where I'm accidentally reeling in my lure, like whenever I'm trying to pop it. The rod is a 7.3 heavy. This rod, honestly, a little bit stiff for what I want. I would want a little bit of a softer tip, but it's sensitive enough to where I can feel it on the paws. If I haven't reeled in all that slack, I can still feel them smack the lure. That's happened to me like 2 or 3 times already, where I felt them hit it and they haven't gotten already. But that's just because they're these small ones we're catching. And with those big ones, you want to feel them quick, because if you don't, they're going to swallow that urchin bait all the way. This rod is really good at feeling those small little bites, feeling as soon as they pick it up, so that you know when to set the hook. All right, I'm going to go over how to rig these Coike balls, because, I mean, obviously, you can rig them all a little bit different. I've seen people rig them with jig heads, treble hooks, with EWG hooks, everything you can think of. But the way that has worked the absolute best for me is with a treble hook and a nail weight. You can see in there's a nail weight. It's obviously sticking out. This isn't the right size. I was trying to get this sink a little bit deeper out in the pond, but we have a Gamakatsu treble hook. Experiment with size, because obviously I think this one is like one size too small. I believe this is a 3/0, but I believe it's a 3/0, which is one size too small in my opinion, but my other ones that I've ordered haven't come in yet. And what you're gonna do is, when you take it out of the packaging, they always come in a little hanger, right? Every Coike does, and it'll leave a little hole through the middle, and you're just gonna stick your nail weight into that hole, or else you are not going to be able to get that nail weight in there, or at least keep it in there, because this rubber is so tough. It is going to last you so many fish. This is not going to break. I promise you, that is not coming undone. These fish are not tearing this bait apart. Your worry is not losing it, not having them fling it off. And the best way I found is by taking your treble hook, and a lot of people, they like just sticking them in the bait and being done with it. That is a terrible idea. I don't know why people do that. It might be something with the action that they like better. I do not recommend it. You're gonna take this treble hook, you're gonna push it in the bait until you get to where the hook starts bending, right there. And at that point, you will bend it back out. Sorry, this is hard to show. Back out all the way through. So you still have a small little point sticking out there. It's not much, but if you hook them right with that, it's gonna pin them anyways. Like, it's gonna keep them pinned. And then you also have the two treble hooks the two hooks sticking out here. I'm telling y'all, this is, in my opinion, the best way to give this thing the best action. When you pull, especially this Coike specifically, the 6 cents Coike, when you pull it through, it's wobbling like back and forth because of the shape of this thing. It's not a perfect circle, and most Coikes will do that too. I believe that this gives us the most free action, and that'll give you the most reaction bites, is that free moving back and forth. It's going to shoot off the left and right, whatever it wants to do. I believe that is how, the best way, in my opinion, to rig the Coike. Now, we've caught, 2 or 3 fish on this lure. I know y'all probably want to see more catches, so I'm going to actually take the Coike off, and I'm going to put on a fluke, because I feel like I can catch them. But I hope you guys really enjoyed learning how to throw this. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I am not afraid to answer any questions. I don't like hiding my tips and tricks. I'm here at y'all's disposal for any information you need. So let's tie on a fluke, and I guarantee you we'll go catch some. All right, got our fluke rigged up. I'm willing to bet money we're gonna catch one on this, if we can cast it far enough. Usually I would throw it on a spinning rod, but I did not bring any spinning rods with me because I was planning on just throwing the Coike. Oh well. Oh, we can cast it plenty far enough. I just got bit. Got one. Well, he popped off. And I didn't mean to stop the recording. That's my bad. First cast with the fluke. I told y'all. Oh my gosh. Another one. 2 casts in a row with the fluke. I'm telling y'all. They're stacked out there. It's as soon as I get over the grass mat, like right past it where it drops off. Got him. He's not big, but we got him. On a fluke. I told y'all. I knew they were stacked out there and I could... What in the heck? There's a bait fish on his mouth. That's interesting. Oh, little tiny one. We'll get him back. Now, obviously, you guys have seen me throw a Coike way more than just that day. So I'm going to throw in a couple clips here at the end of just me throwing the Coike and catching both big ones and a couple smaller ones. And then also just some videos and pictures of how they've just absolutely destroyed it, just straight down the gullet. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to watch because I do have some big fish that I've caught in the Coike. So watch these little clips and hope you enjoy. Got him! Biggin'! Oh, like a 3-pounder. Get up here. Stop flopping. Come up here. Yes! GoPro, start recording. Oh, down the throat. These 214. On that new abstract. Down the gullet. Oh my gosh. Yo, I got a big one on the Coike. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, this is a freaking giant. Not PB worthy, but that's a big one. Oh my gosh. Come on. Give me that. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's huge. Oh my gosh. Coike down the throat. What? $5.13. $5.13. Oh my gosh. The biggest disaster that ever hit me almost just happened. You see that? Empty treble hook. Oh, I was so close to losing her. But we got her in. Got the fish in. We're gonna get that Coike back. It's gonna be all right. Me out every single time. They literally told me I was gonna go away in handcuffs next time they saw me out here. I got one. That's not even a bad one. Oh. What? Look how like deathly sick this fish is. GoPro, start recording. That's a big one. Oh my gosh, that's a big one. On the Coike. That's another big one. That's another 5-pounder. Holy smokes. That's another 5. That might be a 6. Oh my gosh. You guys, that is a giant. Holy smokes. GoPro, start recording. Not a big one, but that's one on the Coike. Oh, he's all right. Hey, it's not a bad one. Oh, they inhale that Coike. Holy smokes. 114. There we go. Locked in at 114. Not a bad one. On the sea urchin again. This bait's a lot of fun, especially when you see him eat it. All right, buddy. I'll see you.
All right, 513. This is a stud. Oh my gosh, that Coike ball was down the throat. What an absolute beast.